What's up, guys? My name is Rob, and welcome back to Rule of Two Review, where today I'm going to discuss the newly announced Nintendo Direct. So the last couple of days, there's been some rumors that Nintendo was going to be having a Nintendo Direct, specifically on January 14th, the first Nintendo Direct of 2015. And sure enough, it got proven yesterday that that is indeed a thing. Nintendo announced January 14th, its first Nintendo Direct. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of get started and discuss my thoughts, theories, analysis. Also discussed some fan theories and some leaked information about whether or not that's true and what's going on. There's a lot of info, a lot to be excited about. So like I said, I'm going to discuss my thoughts about tomorrow's Nintendo Direct. This is, of course, a really exciting thing and a really exciting time. You know, the beginning of any new year is great for gaming. It's really exciting for Nintendo, the Wii U, to see what they're going to be doing, what we're going to hopefully get at E3. You know, it's already time to start getting hyped about that, of course. Are we going to get more information on Zelda? Are we going to get brand new release dates tomorrow? Confirmation about the new Nintendo 3DS, which that's basically being leaked as of right now anyway. All sorts of things that are really exciting, so I kind of wanted to discuss some of the things that I think are going to be happening just because I'm really pumped to know that one is happening tomorrow. You know, I think that the first thing that I want to touch on is the information about the new 3DS. There are a couple of leaked photos. I even posted one on the Rule of Two Review Facebook page that I've seen floating around the internet today. There seems to be confirmation that they are going to announce the new 3DS for North America and probably, I think, the UK too, I'm assuming, because I don't think it has any sort of schedule there. It's been out in Japan for a couple of months, and it's been wildly successful. But it does seem as if they're going to confirm tomorrow that it is coming out next month in February in North America, specifically February 13th. Now, if this proves to be true, this will be a huge surprise to me. I've actually been pretty sure and kind of theorizing this whole time that the new 3DS was going to launch in North America or other territories outside of Japan in March. I'm pretty sure that's when Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate is expected to launch. My assumption, my guess, has been that they were going to launch the new 3DS to coincide with the launch of Monster Hunter Ultimate, or Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. And it sounds like what they're going to do is actually try to get it out a month or so beforehand, which is actually cool because it means a lot of us won't have to buy a new 3DS and Monster Hunter 4 all at the same time. That's really exciting because if you saw my top 10 most anticipated games of 2015, you would have noticed that Monster Hunter 4 did make my list. I am super pumped. Me and my buddies love us some Monster Hunter. And I definitely want to have a new 3DS to be able to play this and a couple of other things. It's just, if they're making an upgraded system, I believe that it's going to be worthy of trading in my old 3DS and getting a brand new 3DS XL. And so, you know, we of course have to wait until tomorrow to see if this rumor actually becomes true. But there's been enough leaked promo materials for GameStops and whatnot that seem to show Nintendo is getting ready to pump up the February 13th release date for the new 3DS. So some of the other things that I could see them talking about tomorrow, I feel like we might get more information in some way, shape, or form about the Amiibos, whether it's going to be talking about the shortages and that they're hoping to meet demand, whether it's going to be them showcasing and going over the structure and releasing of the cards that are meant to take the place of other Amiibos for ones that are hard to find, if it's going to be information about Waves 4 and 5, new Amiibos on the way, a new project relating to Amiibos, or how other new games are going to be using them. I feel like it would be silly for them not to address the Amiibos in some way, you know, whether it's good or bad news, or if they have to do damage control from all the scandal and hubbub that's been going on the internet the past month or so surrounding the Amiibos. It just feels like it's definitely something else that they're going to have to be talking about. Also, we're definitely going to get some release dates, right? I feel like this is time to confirm the Majora's Mask 3D release date. Splatoon would be a big one, although I could see that one skipping over tomorrow. I do feel like we're going to get a Devil's Third release date tomorrow, and I'm really hoping that we're going to get a release date for Xenoblade Chronicles X. That would be fantastic to get those two games. We know Kirby's coming soon. We don't have a release date for Yoshi's Woolly World. So there's kind of those four, or I should say 5 big games that we don't have release dates for yet. Majora's Mask, Yoshi's Woolly World, Splatoon, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Devil's Third. As far as Star Fox and Zelda goes, we're going to find that stuff out at E3. I can't imagine they're going to have any reason to even talk about those games tomorrow, let alone actually give us release dates for those. But I do feel if I had to pick any of those games we're going to get dates for, Devil's Third and Xenoblade Chronicles I think are almost for sure, probably Majora's Mask. Yoshi and Xenoblade, or Yoshi and Splatoon, I feel like I mean, it's possible we'll see those tomorrow, but I just feel like that might be too much to do in one day. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're going to do all of them, or maybe they do none. But that seems really silly. This is the first Nintendo Direct of the year. This is the first time Nintendo is addressing us and addressing the fans and, you know, setting up the year of 2015, which is now only 2 weeks old as of tomorrow. It's definitely time to give us a couple of release dates and really start getting people pumped and primed for a lot of the big games that they have coming out exclusive to the Wii U and 3DS this year. By the way, talking about the Xenoblade Chronicles new 3DS port, that would be a smart thing for them to do too. And I assume that they will if they do talk about the new 3DS and actually confirm this release date. As well as, I should have mentioned this a minute ago, but it would also be nice to find out any other games that might be exclusive to the new 3DS, showcasing what other kind of advantages it really gives us to pick up a new 3DS, because they do have to fight against the stigma of people who are like, gosh, they're already doing like a brand new other version of the 3DS, and this one is a new 3DS, and now it's like more powerful, and some people feel alienated because there are some games that won't run on the old 3DSs, and it's got to be only used for the new 3DS. So I feel like it would be smart for them to show a lot of the different games and software that might really justify the price and the purchase of a brand new 3DS for all of the millions of people who do already have one. So I would like to see some of those dates. Like I said, they're definitely going to talk about the Amiibos, and yeah, I don't know. I definitely think that the release dates for those games are going to be coming. Also, there's been some interesting leaks. There was a leaked list that I saw posted on one of the Nintendo Facebook pages that I'm a part of. Very interesting stuff. Most of it sounds potentially credible, but a lot of it sounds made up. I'm going to go over the things that actually sound completely made up. Here we go. Castlevania Symphony of the Night 2 trailer for the 3DS. No, that is not happening. Would I love it? Absolutely. Should it happen? Most definitely. Will it? No way that is not happening. A Metroid 3D trailer for the 3DS. That just seems too obviously awesome. There's no way that's going to happen tomorrow. If they do announce something in the way of Metroid for the 3DS or Wii U or what have you, that's going to be something probably saved for E3. That's when that stuff has to come out. So there's no way that that's going to happen. Dragon Quest VII Remake, I don't know why that would be happening. I mean, maybe. Only if that was going to be something used to promote the new 3DS, but I really doubt that that's going to be possible. Now, Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem gameplay, which is, of course, the Wii U game. I don't think that we're going to see that tomorrow, but it also sort of rests in the realm of possibility just because we haven't seen a goddamn thing about that game, like, ever. I actually kind of feel like the game might be canceled or scrapped or turned into something else completely. We might never see it outright, ever see that game. And until I see something about it, I won't really believe in the game as much as I want it. So, although I don't think that there's any way that they would show us that tomorrow, I mean, simply because we haven't seen anything about it, and if they really want to confirm to people that, hey, this is going to still be coming out, we promise this is a game we're working on, tomorrow would actually be a great place to show that or talk about it a little bit. So that's going to be an interesting one. Now, this is a really weird thing. This says Fatal Frame, Oracle of the Sodden Raven, Western release date. Now, I'm assuming that's referring to Fatal Frame, Shrine of the Black-Haired Maiden, which is basically Fatal Frame 5, the game that is only released in Japan and is yet to have any information about a Western release. I do believe that that game will come to the West and come to North America and the UK. I don't know if this title, Oracle of the Sodden Raven, I don't know where that comes from. I've never heard of that. I don't know if this leaked list, that again, I don't believe in, I don't know if this leaked list is trying to say that that would be a different Fatal Frame title that would come to the West, or if they're trying to say that this is the new name for the game in the West if it did come out. I don't know. It doesn't say Fatal Frame 5, and it's something else I don't even really believe in anyway, so there's that. What else? Dragon Quest X Western release date. I don't really think that's going to happen. Yakuza 1 and 2 HD Western release date for the Wii U? No. Here's the biggest one that absolutely will not be happening. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain Wii U Edition and gameplay. No way, never. That is not happening. Now, would I love that? Of course. I think that that is something that should have been happening from the get-go, but we know third parties not really understanding why they need to release games on the Wii U and on Nintendo's platforms. We know that I like Hideo Kojima and I like Konami, but we just know that they're not going to work with that game and put it on the Wii U. They're stupid not to, but we know that they won't. So it's a great idea. What a wonderful fan theory. No way in fucking hell that is even happening. That is the biggest lie of this entire list. One other thing two other things I want to talk about is that there are some rumors about Bayonetta 2 DLC or even some sort of Bayonetta stuff for the 3DS, the new 3DS, I should say. I think that is resting in the realm of possibility. I think Bayonetta 2 DLC for the Wii U is very possible, if not incredibly likely. Platinum Games has recently made a couple statements alluding to the fact that there's more Bayonetta 2 stuff coming this year, so that seems like a great thing. Now, the idea of some sort of Bayonetta content or a Bayonetta version, something coming to the new 3DS specifically, I would also want to believe, because again, if we're trying to talk about software that would justify the new 3DS purchase for people who already own a regular 3DS, that would be a great thing. Show us a game, a Bayonetta experience, whether it's a port or something brand new, that only is good on the new 3DS because there's so much going on that the regular 3DS couldn't even support it. I think that would be really cool, and although it's not super likely, I think it's possible enough, so I'm going to put that in the category of possible / likely. That's where I have to put that. The other last thing is on this list is Hyrule Warriors Majora's Mask DLC trailer might actually show, and I would also believe that because there's a lot of DLC and content coming to Hyrule Warriors. There has been since day one. They did a Skyward Sword pack. They did an Ocarina of Time pack. I think that there's definitely a place for Majora's Mask pack. So there's already a precedence for that to be real, so I definitely think that that's going to be something that will be coming. So I don't know. I think that's most of my thoughts and theories on what I think will be happening, and also some of the leaked information, what I think is real and what I think is totally bogus. So either way, it's really exciting. I'll definitely make a video discussing what it is that we see happen from the Nintendo Direct tomorrow and my reactions to everything. So it's a really exciting time. 2015's first Nintendo Direct does happen tomorrow, January 14th. Really super early in the morning in the West in North America, which is usually how those things go. But hey, if you get a chance to see it live, awesome. I certainly will not. But as soon as I do get home from my day job tomorrow, I will make a video discussing my reactions from what they show. So those are my thoughts and theories and postulations about tomorrow's Nintendo Direct, like I said. What is it you guys think about my theories, and what do you think is actually going to happen? There's not a whole lot of time between the time that this video is going to go up and the Nintendo Direct is going to air. So, like I said, tomorrow's going to be the more fun, exciting time where we get to sort of discuss what's going on. Like I said, I want to hear your guys' thoughts and theories. Tomorrow we'll get to discuss a little bit more after it happens. Hopefully there's a ton of bombs dropped, lots of great information, tons of things to get Nintendo fans excited, and even other gamers excited about Nintendo. I think that they're going to make all the right moves. I would love to get some really awesome, solid release dates for all these great titles coming out. Give us Xenoblade, give us Devil's Third. Those are the ones I'm most immediately excited about for the first half of the year. So, yeah, like I said, I guess we'll see. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, if you did just stumble upon this video, please feel free to subscribe to Rule of 2 Review. You can follow the links below to the Facebook page and the Twitter, both of which I run, so I definitely want to pump those up and get as many followers on those social media outlets as possible. Thanks for tuning in. Leave your comments and your thoughts below, and I will catch you guys next time on a regular video for Rule of 2 Review.